Alright, sun's up. It's a beautiful day playing outside. Let's see what Coup's got for us today.
Goal number 3. Next step is shelter. Long term, these guys want almost a town set up down there, so keep that in mind. But for now, just the basics would do. You'll need at least an assembler and a refinery as a bare minimum to get everything off the ground. An O2 generator and some vents will get that soot off you so you can finally stop sniffing your own stench. Pump some fresh oxygen around the place. That's pretty much it for now. You got food, you got power, you got that rover to keep you busy. Main things to keep in mind is just don't forget to pressurize the place, get everything conveyed up, and make it all look pretty. Once the home base is up and running, we can probably spot you from up here. Of course, it's up to you to build an antenna down there to get it all back together, so whenever you're ready, a little captain's log might just keep you company till then. That's all from me. Coup out.
Well, you're the boss. Let's get to it. Today is a whole new day, and today I have a whole lot of plans, and I'm kind of excited to get into it. So between episodes, I kind of got a little bit busy with this setup. We added some half slabs and made this all look fancy. Got a little more creative over here, adding in 3 more algae farms, so we are now pumping out food like no other. And good old Magnus is stood ready and waiting, rearing to go. So a game plan for today. We've got orders from Coup. He's given us the task of getting this whole place just secure, I guess. I think first things first, we need to get some new tools. So between episodes, I grabbed some cobble. We've got 2 little rocks over here. One of them being cobble, that one being nickel, which is one that I do need to get into, and another one being iron. This beast is basically gone. We need more iron ASAP. We also need some oxygen bottles and hydrogen bottles, which we can now do with our basic assembler. We just need to get some things underway, and I'm kind of excited to get into it. I think first things first though, I believe they've changed how these work. So we need to put in all of our tools into the assembler before we can upgrade them, which is kind of cool. I quite like it. It feels like now that they've got a base, yeah, there we go. We need 1 grinder to make the level 1 grinder, 1 drill to make the level 1 drill, and same for the welder. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little touch. It means our survival tools are actually super important now, and we have to make each step as we go. As for the base plan, however, I kind of want to make a better home for this. I think I'm going to level off all of this stone here and basically make this an indented foundation. Then we can build a little ramp up to here. I mean, it'll probably just end up being dirt up to a flat surface that we can just put some big hanger doors on, get this area fully enclosed, and then we have access to like a safe space. Anytime there's meteor storms or just dust storms in general, we start taking heavy damage. I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to be safe, sound, waiting out dust storms to my heart's content, basically. I think that's the way that we survive, and I think that's the way we kind of make this whole world work. But yeah, without further ado, let's whip up some equipment, get ourselves just kind of more prepared. Can we do this? We can. Probably should have thought about a way to fill those up first, but that's okay. Guess if we're gonna get building, we should probably get drilling. I think what I'm gonna do is set these drills to terrain clearance. If we can muscle through, there we go. Have we got the parking brake on? Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Wow, right. If we can set these drills to terrain clearance, drop our suspension to like super low, so we're basically on ground level, we should hopefully be able to just tear through this without even breaking a sweat. Terrain clearer mode. That should hopefully do us some good. Maybe a little bit too much good. Plus side though, I guess this absolutely lays our base, which is kind of handy. It might be a little bit too deep, but I guess if we just build the platform out as we go, we can't really go wrong. And then, yeah, we can figure out the blanks later. Right, let's get those bad boys off. Let's grab some steel plates. No steel plates at all. That's wild. 100 steel plates later. Let's just get expanding. Hopefully we can actually pull this off today. It would be very nice. I don't quite know how big I want this to be yet, but we can at least make a start. It's kind of got to be big enough and far back enough that we can get the truck into it. Because, yeah, truck's kind of the most important part of this entire build so far. It's kept us going way longer than I thought it would. I thought we'd outgrow this like immediately. We kind of have, but still, it's fun whilst it lasts. Oh, almost. Right, I reckon we just expand as much as humanly possible. Just like that, we got one pretty full foundation. I mean, kind of difficult to see just as still blocks, but one full foundation. Looks good. I like it. I think what I would like to do though is see if we can drive up it, because that's always going to be the most important thing. If we can't drive it, then what is the point? Maybe just sort the suspension out. Not going to be needing that anymore. I might sling some pistons on the bottom as well, so we can have a bit of an easier time getting into our connectors. Right, we can drive out. Job number 1 done. Hopefully we can drive back in just as easily. Right, moment of truth. Nice. Yeah, okay, that works. That works very nicely too. I reckon we basically make this our docking bay. We could even drill out a tiny bit more, have this as the docking bay. So we pull into here, sling left, gives us just enough room to add an extra couple of ships if need be. And then behind us we can build our living quarters, I guess. I'm going to make a plan. Okay, I've made a decision. So this right side needs to come out a tiny, teeny bit further so we can have space to turn around. Basically what I'm going to do is set this up so we pull into here, we can bank a right, get ourselves almost enough to level up straight, and then we reverse. All the cargo pods are going to be on the left side, so we reverse in, butt ourselves up to the back, if we can actually make this maneuverable, and then dock like maybe here-ish, something like that, so we're like out the way of the door entirely, and then if we want, we can always expand this further back, dig into that hole properly, make a proper garage here, which probably won't happen to be fair. I don't think I'm going to have that much of a overflow of vehicles. We might, you never know. But yeah, it's basically going to be enough space for maybe 2, maybe 3 vehicles. And then we can always put a landing pad just outside so we can have access to an outdoor vehicle. And also kind of pin it up to the same area, if that makes sense. But yeah, we got a tiny bit more terrain clearance to do. It won't be much. I think I'm only going to pull it back like maybe 4 blocks. So I'll place another 2 rows and then drop it back. I think that should work and should give us enough clearance. And then we can just go to town. We can get some building done. So ready. Ended up pushing it back about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And I think that should fit perfectly. I think 4 was a bit too shallow. Our outside wall would give us only 3 blocks to turn, but this gives us 5. And I think that's a whole lot better. Should just be able to pull in, bank a right, reverse. This also gives us space for a little bit more decoration if we want it as well. Not sure how crazy I'm going to go with it yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's just triple check that this bad boy works. First little blind test just in case we break anything. I'm glad that ramp is steep enough to take what we've got. That does make me very happy. And yeah, that could not be better. Sweet as. I reckon maybe 2. We need to get rid of that ramp, like, desperately. Oh, it's driving me insane already. Also need to get those algae farms just conveyed up. That's one thing I haven't done yet. Do probably need to keep that ramp 1 clear of the door as well. Yeah, cool. Cool. This works. This is nice. This is fun. Loving it all. I kind of tempted to take this back 1 though. Just build an extra layer out of this so we can actually have a bit more breathing room. I truly do not know what I'd do without these drills. I'm going to have to do that top shelf by hand, and it's going to be the most painful thing in the world. It's my first time drilling properly by hand in this game in a very long time. I'm dreading it. Absolutely dreading it. This is where the flying machine drills come in so much more handy. But it's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, we've only got a tiny bit more to do, and that is okay by me. This part's going to be slightly awkward too. I'm going to do that by hand. Just going to do it by hand. Okay, it's not as bad with the level 2 drill. Or level 1. Level 1 drill. The basic one is kind of just painful. This'll do, I guess. Pretty much flying through this in maybe 30 seconds or so. It could be worse. It could be a whole lot worse. Alright, let's get this cleared up, and then let's, I guess, put some walls up. We might actually be in here before, well, probably morning tomorrow at this rate. I don't think we're going to be in there by nightfall, which it was kind of the plan, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We've got wind turbines, so we'll have power all night. It means we can get some lights on and get to work properly. No more messing about in the dark. Oh, the sunset is just unbelievable, isn't it? Every time. Every time. Not that you can see it very well, but this is fully scratched back. We are ready to go. The sun is just going down, which means nightfall is imminent. I wonder if we do just set up some lights. Could always just move the car around. That could work. I think we can actually direct the spotlight to be exactly where we want it to. If you have a play, pretty sure if we go to searchlight, we can control it. Beautiful. I mean, doesn't really help us a ton, but she'll do. She'll do, at least for now. Right, I think all I really want to do is just get this platform fully done. Once the morning rolls around, we can get some doors in. The doors will be great. I'm excited for those. And then just start pulling together lights, sorting the back end out, getting the connectors set up, getting the algae farms connected to some conveyors so I don't have to keep going over and manually emptying them. There's one too many for me to have the care to actually want to empty them. So sooner we get that set up, the better. Still got no steel plates. Let's just get 200 going. Sort this out. Can just enjoy one beautiful horizon whilst those are cooking up. Man, that's pretty. Can see the ice planet and the Earth too. Got two big goals. Two big goals. I think that's a moon rather than a planet. More you know. Alright, let's just have a quick count up of the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 in the center. I feel like I maybe shouldn't have scratched this back wall as far back. Kept it 1 in and then we could just tee it up perfectly. I guess we can make it work. Kind of just get a little filler block up top. Should just have a quick look. Quick look-see. Yeah, that'll be okay. If we end up building like... We could always just try and match that into the dirt and you won't even notice it. Won't even notice it. Let's build this entire wall up. I might just get the doors in as well. Our refinery and assembler is going to have to move. Could even be worth just upgrading to the big boy. What do we need for it? Refinery, please. Whole lot of gear. I think we need a proper assembler before we get the refinery. Industrial. Ah, okay. Same deal. Just DLC. One assembler. Metal grids, computers. Yeah, just all the same gear, really. All the same gear. I reckon we go for a big boy assembler and then get the refinery. I reckon that's probably the way to do it. Can we do metal grids? We can. Cool. We can do everything we need for that assembler. Just thinking long term, we're going to want to be way more efficient, way quicker. Just get things rolling rather than waiting. Oh, they look so cool in the dark. Have I never noticed those? That's class. Love it. One full night later, and we have got this. It's a pretty funky setup. So I think a big hangar door straight across here. We probably want to bring this out one as well, to be fair, which means making this ramp even smaller. That's okay. Bring this out one, and then we've got one extra spot to actually wedge our door into. Probably kind of crucial. Don't think we... I guess we could do a lower down one. Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Get that kind of low. We can butt that onto something. There we go. And then, yeah, door sits flush in here. We can have a little layer just in front of it. Job done. Not too shabby. Right, I was kind of toying with some ideas for a window too. Brilliant. We're going to get a lot of that. Till we get this base inside, we're going to be taking beatings left, right and centre. But yeah, little plan was, I reckon we do something like this. Because it's such a good view. Man, I hate the rotation in this game. Such a nice view, it would be a shame to waste it. So if we do maybe something like this, go with half blocks the rest of the way around, and it's just whether we can marry it up nicely to add windows to the bottom and sides. Bottom and front, sorry. So get that around about there. Yeah, I reckon that's probably a good height. Let's see where our windows fit. So 4x4, we want it to start at the bottom. 3x3, sorry. I guess the inside would come in at that level? No, it'd be one level down. One level down. So yeah, we start the rotation right here. Get a block and then another one of these. There we go. Pick up the rhythm eventually. It may look a little bit interesting on the other side. We might have to do something fancy. But yeah, I reckon something like that would be quite cool. And we can just kind of mirror that as far down as we want this window to go. We might need to place a block at the bottom so we can get this central. Not quite sure how it works, but I don't think our window can sit just on mid-air. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a tricky edge to find, but it does work. How big do we want this is the question. Maybe one more. And we can get the triple stacked window looking just absolutely stellar. Be able to view the entire night sky from the comfort of our home. Watch the full sunset, it'll be glorious. Right, let's just round up the rest of this then I guess. Well, we got a whole bunch of half slabs and some corners. Too easy. Man, this is going to look cool. I'm excited. I wish I built a slight higher foundation to it, but I think that's going to look good. I'm probably going to curve it around at the ceiling a little bit, just so there's a bit more structure instead of just flat. But I think this is going to look cool. I kind of wish I built either... Well, I guess there's still time. Build up like a mini welder so we can actually just fly through all of this. I don't really want to do it by hand. I know, first base and all that, it's kind of just a no-brainer to do it by hand, but I'm a lazy man. It's space engineers after all. Why do we want to do stuff by hand? Engineer it, make it work, make it happen. We probably do need to move these turbines at some point too. They might actually have a little bit of, I guess, wind breakage at some point. Maybe. These might get shadowed as well. Oh, there's so much to think about now. So much extra. It's ridiculous. Right, I might slap all of these in the build queue and then just sling them all together. Should have plenty of steel to make it work. Silicon is going to be the only struggle. I think we have some up here. I'm just going to check. Yeah, our little hole just up here is our silicon pod. Just kind of thinking about if we need some batteries and things like that, and when we start building thrusters. We might even need it for the bulletproof glass. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check, but since we're here, may as well make the most of it, right? Yeah, this glass is strictly silicon. That's fine. We got plenty of that. I'm kind of a little bit worried about iron. We've got 5,000. It's not quite going to cut it for the long term. I might just do a quick mining run. Our little boulder is still hanging in there. Seen better days, but there should still be plenty to pick from. Might just go and tear her down now. Change these drills out to not be terrain clearing. We are down to the nubs on this bad boy. We need to find ourselves a proper iron deposit sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think this is like 90% stone at this point. It's going to be a big old problem. Big old problem. We'll make the most of it though. Anything we can clear, we'll clear. Why not? Okay, this little rover's super heavy. That is crazy heavy. It takes a long time to slow down. So we need to keep that in mind if we are just barreling back to base at, well, as quick as we can go. Even that ramp's a little tough to get up and over with a full load. Didn't quite think about this part either. Maybe I should have lowered it, and then we can drop into it that way. Also looks like there's a bit of damage somewhere. Things are just falling apart at the seams already. Just realised we need 160 bulletproof glass per thing just to get it functional. We're not going to be doing these windows anytime soon. This was way too ambitious for a first base. What was I thinking? I mean, we can always put them to production, I guess. We're just going to burn through all of our silicon. Right, let's get the walls together first. Get this place at least, like, to the point of being stable and sealed and, you know, locked tight. That's literally the one and only goal for this episode, most importantly, is to get just, you know, one small area that we can, I guess, call home. Which would probably mean pulling this bad boy out, tearing all of this down, rehoming it, and just making this place a bit sturdier. Yeah, let's start with that. We've got the shell built, that's probably the most important part. The rest we can work through as we go. I reckon that's the way. So I was tearing stuff down, getting organised, and realised that all of these are actually full. Our assembler is filled to the brim. Our refinery isn't far off, which kind of means we just need to scale up, right? Makes sense in my head. I think what I'm going to do is A, reopen this hole, because I just realised how big refineries are, and that's a monster. B, probably build the refinery right there. Should give us some sort of connector point. Yeah, I want access to the rear ones as well though. So what I kind of like to do is have like double setups. So this will have somewhere underground a clock that will pull components from each connector as it needs to and sort of filter them through, so it'll have like a half-second delay, so this never stops running, but it constantly filters stuff between two of them. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So, I mean, chances are it's all going to move around anyway, so I don't really need to plan long-term just yet. But having the space for the two plus the clock underneath, that should be okay. And still space for speed modules on the back. Nice. I know speed modules kind of take you like way beyond what you should be able to do anyway, but still, I quite like to be on it. Quite like to be on it. That's a whole lot of steel plates. I hope we got the steel for it. Yeah, what am I up to? I feel like we should be doing an assembler first. Almost makes too much sense. Yeah, we'll leave that there. We'll cancel all of that production. And then build the assembler. We should be able to do everything way more efficient and just, you know, fly through this rather than stroll through it. One assembler down. Man, that was a process. Took way longer than I thought it would. We ended up filling up the inventory entirely, so couldn't actually add anything to production. Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal at all. We do kind of want to build another one of these before going too mad though, don't we? Otherwise we're not going to have anything to build our stuff with. Interior plates. Yeah, that's fun. Just one refinery to go. All conveyed in and she's up and running. All components put to production. Hopefully that does just burn through it in no time. Nickel. Nickel may be a slight issue. Maybe. Yeah. I think we might have some in here, but otherwise I think we're going to have to go digging. 500. Yeah, I guess that'll do. That should be right. Okay, let's just hold out and wait for all of this to clear up. Just put that to production again. Perfect. That's not what we want to do in the slightest. I think it's from here. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Right, let's enjoy our sunset whilst everything just falls apart, I guess. Little welder man is coming to life. One full refined. No. One full welded refinery later. We just need a couple of these bad boys and we should be golden. We do need some crates as well, actually, come to think of it. We are completely crateless. Interior plates. Beautiful. 1 and 2. Get those on the old build planner. Hopefully they should just come pouring out. Nah, not quite. We got 1. That'll do. What do we need for number 2? Not quite it. not quite it. Get those bad boys going and we'll be up and running in no time. This thing flies through so much faster as well, it's unreal. I love it. Up and running and ready to refine. I might just go and get a stupid amount of stone. We do need to find, just as the sun's going down, perfect timing, we do need to find another, wow, just one iron deposit. Desperately, because I'm struggling quite a lot. It's the one thing that we are missing. I wonder if we can get back up the hill and just see what we can see. It's probably the best way, right? I mean, sun is going down, we are definitely going to struggle, but if we can at least have a little nose around before it gets too dark, we might be right. I might even try and go down to the dip. Maybe that'll work out. Also had a bunch of comments telling me what to fix up on this rover to get it running smoother, and my god does she run like a dream. Extra power, slightly more friction, and we are just cruising our way through the world. It's wonderful. It's so much better. Thank you very much. Which does also go without saying, if you do have any grand ideas on what we can do to, wow, just make our life a bit easier or a bit better, they are greatly appreciated. I have put a fair amount of time. Ooh, that's ice. I have put a fair amount of time into this game, but I'm still very rusty. It's been a while since I played this, and even when I did play it, there's still a lot that I didn't do. I barely even made it to space. Ooh, that could have been very bad. Barely even made it to space, so yeah, I've got a lot to learn. A whole lot to learn. Right, let's try and track down some iron before we start losing too much light, and destroy this rover in the process. Got magnesium and silicon deep in the ditch, and ice. Bit more ice, that's always good. Just no iron. It's a big problem. Figured I'd see how good our searchlight was, and it's not that great, but you can see that little green mesh just down there. Think in my head there. Yeah, that's kind of the best I can do, really. Super dark. Super dark. Let's just see what we can find, I guess. That's kind of my only hope right now. I've only just... Ooh, there we go. Perfect. I would like to see what that green point is, though. Iron and cobble, nickel. Yeah, we're sorted. We are golden. How far is it? It's so hard to tell. Is this it here? Pretty much. What are you? What do you contain? Ice. Okay, I think the green bits are ice. Because I've seen those before, and they were ice again. They were ice again. All we need to do is wait out the night, which we probably should be able to do up here. It's just going to be a long old wait. It's not long turn dark, so I'm going to be staring into the abyss for a little while. I don't think I've got the minerals to be able to put stuff together back at base, and I don't know if I can even find my way back there. So I might just try and hand drill out some iron, see what we can do, see where we can end up, hopefully maybe find a way to make it work. Yeah, so we can do, right? So we can do. This isn't actually that deep. We could even try and make this work with our vehicle. What do you reckon? If I just dig out in a straight line from here, hopefully wind up at the car, and then terrain clearance the way back, and we'll just see what we can do? Yeah, let's do it. Hopefully this actually pays off. So annoying, I can see it. I can literally see the iron right there, but I don't think we're quite built for it. Not yet. I think we may actually need some sort of pillar drill machine thing, or a flying machine, because yeah, there's no way we are pulling that off. I reckon for now we head back to base, we get ourselves a little bit settled, sort whatever out that we can, maybe try and find some silver so we can get a survival kit on the base. That's our base there. Yeah, it's gonna be sketchy as hell. It's gonna be sketchy as hell. It's my only thought for putting the survival kit on the base. Oh no, suspension's super low. What is going on with this thing? Yeah, kind of reinforcing my thought even more. Yeah, suspension's way too low. There we go. That's better. That's better. Damn. That was close. That was almost a very big problem. Right, yeah, maybe we just go back to base for now. Get the survival kit off. There's some silver and gold down there. Could be worth pulling off at some point. Maybe not right now, but future, definitely getting some more silver. I do not want to be stuck without good gear. Might even be worth grabbing some oxygen tanks and hydrogen tanks and just getting prepared. Do you know what I mean? One step ahead and all that. Let's do it whilst we're still capable of doing it, rather than when we destroy this ship and things go downhill. Because that would not be fun. Right, let's wait out the night. I'll see you when the sun's up. Perfect time for it to save, just as we destroy our thingy. Is there a spare wheel under that? That's pretty cool. Ah, that's really cool. I never noticed that. Clever. It's the little things. Right, let's get our own survival kit set up. It's about time. Survival kit, and we can actually have a proper, I guess, secure fallback base. Survival kit type 2? Hell yeah. Maybe just sling her in the corner. That'll do nicely. Couple more steel plates and we are good to go. Should have plenty in there. Yeah, nice. Let's get her up and running. One thing I didn't quite think of was the need for this bad boy. And we need it kind of quickly too. O2 H2 generator. Can we just grab some steel plates and get at least the base down? Do we want this high up or low down? I guess it doesn't really matter for now, as long as we can get underneath it. Does mean we need to destroy this and get that on some conveyors though. More importantly. Right, yeah, let's do 1, 2, 3. Do you reckon? We can't do those, can we? Annoying. Conveyor pipe junction. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Rebuild you up to scratch. We need to be quick here too, otherwise we are gonna just die of being out of breath. Imagine all of this work just to have to track down our base again, or start completely fresh because we couldn't find it. Yeah, not my finest hour. That'd be absolutely true. Everything's set up. I might have done that one too far away, but that's okay. All we now need is ice. Last piece of the puzzle. I think there's some fairly close to the base. Again, probably should have thought about all of this and gathered everything before even making an attempt to do all of this stuff. Ah, that refills our oxygen anyway. Beautiful. Cool. Stress over. Right, let's get the antenna on. Let's go track down some ice. It's going to be nice to just have some, like, you know, oxygen that we can take with us. No more stressing about running out. Ah, that disconnects everything. Not the worst thing. That's what the small conveyors are for. I guess they came in handy in the end. Here we go, here we go. Let's go digging. Hopefully we can just, you know, scratch the surface very quickly. 5 meters underground. Ah, perfect. Right on. Ah, that makes life so much easier. We can actually just be a functioning survivor, not just living out of our ship. Ah, what dream come true. Dream come true. Ah, hell yeah. Right, let's get all this back to base. Try that again. And hopefully just get some oxygen tanks. It's gonna be a dream come true. Should just, there we go. Refilled. Still got 3,000 ice left over. Perfect. Ah, that makes life so much easier. So much easier. It could even be worth getting a big old hydrogen tank. I just realised that's a T-piece rather than a normal piece. I'll leave it for now. It could be worth getting some hydrogen tanks as well and fully loading up a flying machine. Ah, that's a very good point actually. Can we now... do we have an inventory on that survival kit? If not, that could be a slight issue, but if so... Yeah, there's our little food processor. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Bosh. Done. We can now pump out food. Perfect. Well, before we go too mad, we should probably just tear this side down. Get some things... Brilliant. Get some things a little more sorted so we can get this airlocked and have, well, one successful day. That was our goal from the get-go. We kind of need to round that goal up sooner rather than later. Otherwise we're going to be here all day. Yeah, nice. Cool. We're coming together. Slowly but steadily. Do also need to bring these in. If we can just link it up to this end, we can just basically pump out algae to our heart's content, which is going to be a bit of a blessing. Where is the sun? And why are those at full power? Are they just like catching reflections? Weird. Yeah, they're literally at max efficiency. How does that work? I'm not going to question it, but also very confused. Strange. Then I think realistically this probably needs to come out to here, doesn't it? Shut off that corner, have this entire part as a garage. Yeah, that works. Along this wall, what do we need? We need a door, ideally. One singular door. The rest, I'm not quite sure. Need a connector. Connectors especially. I guess we need to make that door an airlock, don't we? Just in case we ever leave the big boy open. Right, maybe this corner provides the airlock. Can we get to airlock doors? Airtight doors? Make them airtight while still allowing access for players. Cool, okay. How about sci-fi sliding door, the offset door? I think that'll do. It's a nice basic door. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? Nice. What do we need? Interior plates. I think I actually definitely prefer these ones. Can kind of just set them into each other then. Cuts out any issues. Do like a little funky corner thing. I don't know. But yeah, that's way nicer. Get those on the build planner and get those built immediately. Hopefully we can just pump them out. And then just building a roof. Cool. I'm going to do a flat roof for now and then touch it up later. But yeah, just to get this place kind of airtight and just set. Makes my life a whole lot easier and just gets the job done. Door number 1 is being complete. Door number 2, slight issue. We're out of construction components. I did build 2 more just over this side, which work absolutely fine, but I think we've used up our iron. Yes. Yes, we have. We are completely ironless. I think just temporarily before we build a big old drill ship. I think I might make that tomorrow's plan. For now, I'm just going to hop up, drill out whatever we can with our hands, come bring it back down, and repeat that process until we can't repeat it anymore. Yeah, it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. Also, our inventory size is tiny. Teeny tiny. It's going to be a big old problem, I think. But yeah, at least we can do what we need to do, and that's fine. Oh, there's so much more snow. And there's a little ship thing. He's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm friends with those or if they are just friendly people. I have no clue. Why am I upside down? Right, iron. Somebody made the suggestion of collecting ore mod, like auto pickup. I think I might need it. I don't plan on doing a lot of drilling, but when we do, that's going to be super handy. It's such a long trip out here as well. I didn't think it was that far. So far. It's cool seeing it from this height though. Hey. There's so much to explore. That's so exciting. Door number 2 complete. Perfect. There is our airlock. Only 1,000 steel blocks to go. Maybe I should get a welder. Nah, I'll just do it by hand. When in Rome, should be right. I mean, I think it's fairly safe to say that we are not getting this done today. I'm listening to this thing. Fire up and die. Like, immediately. So, I'm kind of just writing it off. I'm going to write it off for now. And, yeah, just do what we can. I think I want to get another wind turbine set up. I think we need one, like, drastically. That's why that keeps cutting out. Without that, we are potentially stuck. Stuck just doing what we're doing forever. No more, no less. Let's just sling another one. Maybe out the front there. I can't believe I just got rid of that steel block. One more for the road, and that'll probably do us. That should at least keep the refinery functioning, keep the assembler functioning together, as well as keeping all of these going. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need. I think I'm kind of happy to have that as is. Otherwise, yeah, we're just going to keep chasing tail forever. We need to get these windows done sooner rather than later. We got plenty of silicon. We need to get all of this welded up and ready to go, but I think we need a drill ship and a welding ship. Otherwise, we're just going to end up fighting ourselves forever, and I don't really want that. Did just get like 1,000 iron plates whipped up, but I still don't think that's going to be enough. Not for all of this, it's way too big. 1,000 is, what, 40 blocks? Yeah, there's no way. No way that'll cover. What a shame. Kind of just been flying around for the last, like, 10 minutes or so trying to figure out what to do, and I think just going simple is probably the way to go. So I've carved out this corner, put edges the whole way around the top of this bad boy, and I think all I'm basically going to do is just run this up on the angle. Just get a nice rotation, run it the whole way up the edge, get a nice little topper on there. Question is, where is said topper? Right next to the other block. Handy. There's one to keep in mind. May as well just... Ah, it's already in there. Class. Brain had the right idea the first time around, just not the second. Building this up, it's going to be a job, but I'm kind of ready for it. I think next episode, I'm not going to do it today, is get a full welder underway, because I don't really want to... Saying that, I need hydrogen. Maybe I do just do it all by hand. Or am I ready for that? I mean, the answer is absolutely not. But we've at least got enough blocks to be able to, or steel plates, sorry, to be able to fill this in, which is handy. Pretty much gets this airtight ready, even if it's not airtight welded. Does that make sense? All we need to do is just go around and pick this place up and just sort of let it shine. But yeah, that's a job. That's a job and a half. I think more than likely what's going to happen is I'm going to end up ripping this entire roof off to be able to get the ship inside, and then just building like a little micro welder. Maybe get some hydrogen thrusters, could maybe even do it with atmospheric, and just go super light on transport. Doesn't need to be anything fancy, or cargo, sorry. Doesn't need to be anything fancy, just kind of has to be enough to weld what we need it to do. If we restock it 100 times, we restock it 100 times, but it's better than doing it by hand. I can tell you that much. Especially with our teeny tiny level 1 welder. Yeah, not ideal. We're basically there though. I think it literally is just this last bit. And that creates the seal. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, that front end is gonna be a little bit trickier, I think. At least just for now, I'm just gonna square it off. Job done. I think that should realistically be all we need to do. Do we need to do these edges? Maybe. Ooh, we're gonna run out of hydrogen. Story of my life. Ah, it does look pretty cool though. It's gonna be cooler when it's welded. Should maybe take this up 1 just so we can get like a fancy little border around the edge as well. Yeah, it's probably an idea. Probably an idea. But, as it stands, that is probably everything we need to do today. Nice, easy, simple, mostly done. We've had a fairly successful day, to be fair. We've managed to get this whole setup. I literally went in for fuel. Come on. Managed to get it all sealed up and it's kind of looking fancy. I reckon we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I think I am ready for it. Very ready. Yeah, see, imagine doing this for like that many blocks. That's way too much. I might have to move these wind turbines and stuff as well. Kind of tempted to just get them on the roof for now. Gets them out of the way then, doesn't it? We can fully seal this in and not affect their productivity at all. Yeah, it's probably an idea. Probably an idea. Let's just get her done. Already got them to hand as well, so it's not really like it's a burden. Number 1 going up. Just had to whip up another few interior plates for this as well, and we are completely out of iron. Didn't even construct our 1,000 steel plates. Got to like the last 300. Ah, I've taken them out of production now. Got to the last 300 or so, and empty. Nothing left, so we need to get on that ASAP. Next episode is going to be a ship day, without a doubt. We need a welder, we need a drill ship, most importantly. Kind of tempted to maybe make like a rover type thing that will roll, a piston will come out the bottom with the drill, and we can just have like a core and then a little hauler. So something with just like 1, maybe 2 containers on it. Enough to take the weight so that we can just fly it to and from easy and still stock up heavily on the iron. I think that'll work. But however, these are all jobs for next episode. I reckon that is a perfect time to love you and leave you in the comfort of our future base. It's going to be so nice just having a massive glass window for the view. Oh, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you just there. Thanks for watching. A massive thanks to members supporting the channel. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hopefully, stick around for the next one. Peace.